Well, kia ora koutou katoa, no mai hara mai tēnei wā, mo te kemo poi uka. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the home of softball. It's Fraser Ballpark on day one of competition. Game number 12 on the schedule. It's two big boppers in the national scene. Hibiscus Coast taking on the home side, Hutt Valley Dodgers in this one. Should be a really good match. Really looking forward to getting underway here in the top of the first innings. Will be HBC in their blue writing with the white uniforms in the field. And of course, batting first here with their black tops and white pants will be Hutt Valley Dodgers. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. Great to have you along for this one. Before I go any further, well, as you do, you like tap a guy on the shoulder and say, hey buddy, what you up to? My good friends all the way down from North Harbour. It is Trevor Smith that'll join us in the booth, colour commentary. Kia ora, Trev.
Kia ora. Great to be here, Chopper.
Great to have you along indeed. And we see the first batter go down here for the Hutt Valley Dodgers side. While we're at it, let's have a look at the the offensive lineup for the Dodgers. It was Brody Foley who went down on strikes, the first hitter. Pickup player from Auckland Maris is Aaron Dormer. He'll be hitting in the two spot, the shortstop. Dallas Clifton will be hitting three, the first baseman. Hayden Hironui, he's an import player as well, playing centre field, hitting clean-up today. Urimu Amai picked up from the Maris club. He'll be hitting the designated player, hitting in the five spot. Manu Oliver will be hitting six. Brian Woolley, Trey Ferry, and Tarquin Kraitiana will be playing left field, hitting 9 for the boys from Hutt Valley Dodgers. Defensively for Hibiscus Coast, they're a good one. See the ball bunted down low. Quick play, and it's a snap grab down to first base. Defensively, Hibiscus Coast look good, Trev.
They do look good. They've had a wee bit of a change pattern for this team, and Julius looks really good.
You see here on the Atiawa Toa FM replay, had to be quick at third base, was a Peligawagan at third base today, and he made a fine play. Defensively, looks like the rest of that HBC lineup as Dallas Clifton steps in. It'll be Julius Diaz at left field, Hayden Wahanui at centre, and Katani Huriwai picked up from out of Counties Manukau. He's starting at right of field. We mentioned Peligawagan at third base. Jaden Ruhi will get the start at shortstop, the boy from Howick. George Young joins the team from Great Britain. He's at second base today. Kane McGann will be at first base, a famous name, especially in this region, McGann. Braden Heaslip behind the dish, and for the starting pitcher, it is Oscar Anderson. 2 away here, top of the first innings. Game number 12 on the schedule. Day one of the Softball New Zealand Men's Open Club National Championships. Ball inside for a strike. Got a good blue crew on this one, all the way from Manawatu. Jaden Bell behind the dish, and it is Santa Claus from the North Harbour, that is. John Hickman over at first base. Hard hit ball down the line, and it's good from Clifton. He'll round the corner heading to second base, and not happy with two, who will stand up triple it. Clifton, best hit so far from the Dodgers boys.
Thumbs up.
Gee, that was in by this much, Chopper. That was a good hit.
Sure is indeed. Game of inches. Dallas Clifton, fine batter. Born and bred Dodgers player here from the Valley. Now we'll bring in Braden Hironui. Winnie, apologies. Centre fielder today for the Dodgers. First pitch is a rise ball up. Well, Trev, you've been to a lot of club nationals, a lot of international fixtures over the years, my friend. Hutt Valley Dodgers, Hibiscus Coast, what do you think we're going to see today?
I think we're going to see a damn good game. Hibiscus are recovering from that pipped at the post loss this morning. They went 8 innings and lost in 1. It was a close encounter.
Of course, that game this morning out on one of the outer diamonds, Diamond 3, Massey Nuns, they call that diamond. And a tiebreaker loss, tied up at full time. They go to extra innings, just go by down 1. If I remember correctly, 4 runs to 3 to score.
That was a final, yep. Hibiscus kept loading the bags. couldn't score them. I mean, when you think loaded bags, none down in the first innings and didn't score a run, you're going to start asking the question the rest of the team, aren't you? Sorry.
3-1.
Here's me sitting on the sideline point of view, but they'll be hungry for this game. They will be hungry for this game.
Hungry indeed. You see Oscar Anderson leaning back. And drop ball outside's a good one.
3-2.
Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here the umpire behind the dish, Jaden Bell, mic'd up for your pleasure. Great to have you along for today's broadcast. Of course, brought to you by Ballpark Broadcasting NZ in conjunction with their partners. Right here from the Valley, Atiawa Toa FM. And climbing the ladder, we'll pick up the third out here in the top of the first innings. They will leave a runner stranded at 3. Do the Dodgers no score on this one so far. Back to the bottom of the first in just a moment.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting. Try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with WeldTech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
This one, defensively, Tarquin Kaitauna at left field, Braden Hiruini, he's at centre today. Manu Oliver will be starting right fielder for the Dodgers. Hutt on third base, Brian Woolley, Aaron Dormer at shortstop, Brody Foley at second, Dallas Clifton. He gets the start at first base. Behind the dish is Trey Ferry and Maciej Marcus. Got to get that right for you actually, because he is visiting from the Czech Republic. Will be the starting pitcher here anyway for the Hutt Valley Dodgers. Apologies if we get the pronunciation just a little bit wrong there. Michael Pelligawagan for Hibiscus Coast will be leading off today, be followed by Jaden Ruhi, Julius Diaz and Oscar Anderson. Those 3 batters hitting 2, 3 and 4. The power and the punch of this Hibiscus Coast lineup. Braden Heslop hits 5 today, Hiranui at 6. Kane McGann will be hitting 7 today. Wahanui will be hitting 8, and rounding out the batting order is George Young. You mentioned earlier today, Trevor Smith joining us in the booth there for colour commentary. Stalwart of the Hibiscus Coast Club. Trev, you mentioned earlier about Hibiscus Coast needing to convert their runs when the opportunities come about. How do they do that?
I think they've got to learn how to play the short game. You know, put the pressure on the field. If you're in front of the team, you've got the pressure. You're making your job easy, but I don't know. They seem to freeze in the lights somehow.
Here we go. Bottom of the first innings, no score. Hutt Valley Dodgers and HBC. First pitch, drop ball right down Main Street. Sorry. Okay. Pelligawagan leading off here, the third baseman for Hibiscus Coast. Next pitch is a rise ball that just sails out wide. Levels the count 1-1. Pelligawagan, a mainstay in the Blue Boys.
He is. He hit 3 from 4 this morning.
Yeah, fantastic hitter.
And there he goes
This one,
again.
hard ground ball to shortstop. Ruhi is, no apologies, that is Dormer is right there to make the play. And I've just picked up, there is a change in the lineup for Hutt Valley Dodgers. They had the pitcher listed as the visiting Czech Republic player. They've switched with the designated player, so that's Widamu Armai is the starting pitcher here for Hutt Valley Dodgers.
I'm pleased you corrected that, Chopper. He didn't look like a Danish pitcher.
Well, I tell you what, it's a little easier to say William Armai than it is to pronounce the Czech Republic name anyway. So I kind of dodged a bullet a little bit.
Yeah.
There's John Hickman, Santa Claus, affectionately known by all of his friends in the softball fraternity here in New Zealand. Fantastic umpire at North Harbour, and a good man to boot. Talking about good men to boot, up to bat now is Jaden Ruhi, the shortstop out of the Howick Softball Club. A big addition for HBC this Club Nationals, Trev.
Oh, he strengthens the team no end. You know, his batting in that last game was what kept them in the game. I hope the rest look up to him and see how he does it.
Drop ball swinging over the top. And of course, Jaden Ruhi, just a youngster in the softball fraternity, 18 years of age in the Junior Black Sox wider squad. Just missed the final selection to go away to Hermosillo, Mexico last year, but an outstanding athlete. 1-2 the count here on Ruhi now. Ground ball that'll go foul to the left side. Got a good coaching crew here with Hibiscus Coast at this Club Nationals, Trev. Who we got?
Well, today we got the two brothers out there, Leon and Roger Smith. Roger played in the first game and executed things pretty well. Was a mainstay in a triple, actually. Took a catch, played it to two, and then down to one, and bingo.
You beauty.
Made me proud.
Indeed. Of course, Leon, head coach over at third base. You see Brian Woolley on screen there for you. And Roger Smith is coaching, well, I guess he's a player coach in this case for Roger. He's down at first base. Both of them.
Well,
hard hit ball from Ruhi. He's got an option, got a chance.
It's over.
Jaden Ruhi with an automatic home run here in the bottom of the first inning, and it's Hibiscus Coast that strike first.
What were we talking about? His batting strength, hey? And he produced. Well done.
In the hole, too, was Ruhi 0-2, then got to 1-2, and just dispatched that one out of the yard.
You could see it was gone the minute it hit the bat. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Gone.
Gone indeed. Hard hit ball.
Definitely gone from the start.
You can see the focus on the face of Ruhi in the batter's box, making sure he gets good connection, and in this case, the best connection possible. 1-0 now. HBC leading the ball game.
And we got another
First pitch, hitting, driving, first pitch going long at the fence. It's a back-to-back jacks from Julius Diaz.
Well, I wonder what they had for lunch, Chopper.
Well, you were talking earlier at the top of the shop here about HBC conversing when they've got opportunities. Well, I'd tell you what, I think they've taken that to the nth degree here in the bottom of the first innings. First pitch here, Trev. Full swing from Diaz. Little underneath it, but once he rounded first base, he knew it had a chance, and it just got out of the reach of the centre fielder, hit a Winnie. So 2 early runs here for Hibiscus Ghost in the bottom of the first innings.
That should pump the tyres up a little bit, Chopper. 2-0.
I think you're dead right here, Trev. Fantastic stroke.
And who happens to be this batter?
Yeah, coming up now, Oscar Anderson.
He's capable of the same.
International star from Denmark. Comes through right down Main Street, and Anderson knows Hutt Valley well. A year or so ago, we played a season down here for Hutt City United, so knows what the conditions are here locally. And talking about the conditions here locally, Trev, I don't think they could get any better.
Well, this afternoon they couldn't get any better. I can tell you this morning, it was like being at the South Pole over in Diamond 3. I had 4 jerseys on and that wasn't enough. I've thawed out now and boy, it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
It is indeed. 17 degrees here locally. That's going to be the high today. But I tell you what, with the sun beaming down right now, probably feels just a smidge warmer, especially for Brodie Foley there at second base. Drop ball at the top of the zone, that'll foul back. Trevor, the pitcher here, Wiremu Armai, after giving up back-to-back jacks, what's got to be his focus right now?
Well, it's about that's a hard question, Chopper. He's going to be trying to beat the batter, but once these guys have got their eye on, he's not putting anything close at the moment, and he probably knows what Oscar's capable of. As you said, he played here a couple of seasons ago.
Wiremu Armai from out west originally, now played the last few seasons for Auckland Marist. Ball just going foul. I believe Marist just unlucky to not get their funding to come away to Club Nationals. A good club, Auckland Marist, with a very storied history, of course, the Kalassi family. And there is amongst just one of many great dedicated club members at Auckland Marist. But it's great to see so many of their athletes being picked up for the other teams, Trev.
It is good. It's good for softball, good for them, good for development. Gee, I think Oscar's going to pick a walk out of this.
Working hard is Anderson at the plate. As we mentioned, national representative for Denmark. In his second season with Hibiscus Coast is Anderson. This time last year, Trev will tell you, he tells everyone he gets to see.
That top batter for the Club Nationals, eh?
Swings over the top of this one, and he'll have to try and trot it down to first base. Unsuccessful this time for Anderson. Top batter at the 2023 Men's Open Club National Championship was the Hibiscus Coast catcher, or pitcher in this case right now, Oscar Anderson. Up to bat now will be Braden Heaslip. Pick-up player from the south.
All the way from Panthers in Invercargill.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, Invercargill. Yeah, thanks, Trev.
Yeah, but it's, you know, if you go way back in history, that's where I started my softball, with Panthers in Invercargill.
We'll just see here if we get a shot of the umpire. Hit his arm extended for an illegal pitch. Might just see if we can't pick up.
Was that illegal for?
Here we go. I think their front foot just clearing a little too much. Pitch on the inside edge is good, so there'll be 1-1 the count now. The illegal pitch is a ball, of course. Drop ball inside. Just going to double check the count here. 3 balls, 1 strike. My steps back, ready for the next delivery here. This one in on the hands, pops up. And Worley, the third baseman, comes forward and just can't quite make the grab. Well, we mentioned Diamond 3, where Trevor's men, HBC, played this morning, is called the Massey Nuns Diamond. Diamond 2 is named after Naomi Shaw, so Shaw Field is Diamond 2. And right here, Diamond 1, after none other but the great Sorensen family. Of course, Dave Sorensen and Mark Sorensen, fantastic athletes for Hutt Valley Cardinals and New Zealand throughout their careers. This one's hard hit ball. Pops up. And the left fielder, Kaitiana, will make the catch for the third out here in the bottom of the first innings. But it's not before Jaden Ruhi and Julius Diaz show us how it's done with a bit of pop, with a bit of power. Back-to-back shots. HBC lead 2-0.
Your colour, your choice, with Racine.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Chopper's your first time running the audio board. You know, it takes a bit of time, the young fella. Top of the second innings here. Got a real good one going between Hibiscus Coast and Hutt Valley Dodgers. Dodgers turn to bat here. There's a pitch on the inside edge. Pellegwagon's got a quick transfer, but it's a high sailor. And that'll allow the batter down to first base successfully for the Dodgers.
Time's up.
He didn't have a lot of time on that throw, and I think he pushed it a wee bit hard. If it'd been on target, he would have got it.
See here on the Atiawa Toa FM replay, Pellegwagon's going to come forward here. Armai's quick out of the blocks, and you're right, just makes that one sail. It's one of those ones when you make that quick throw, or transfer if you like, Trev, where it's hard to tell exactly whether you've got all fingers on the ball, isn't it?
And off balance, he seems, we've talked about Michael before and about how his flexibility, and he can throw from anywhere, but he proved me wrong on that one.
Lincoln Foley will come out the designated runner at first base there for the Dodgers. That'll bring it up to bat Manu Oliver.
Ball. Outside.
This one just comes outside.
Here we go. Another play here, boys.
Hear the good communication by Heaslip behind the dish. Rise ball is good and beats the bat of Oliver.
1, 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Been really lucky this season, Trev, to see quite a lot of these teams up and down the island. This one will foul and go back out of play. Of course, Hibiscus Coast and the North Harbour competition, seeing quite a bit of their play, especially over recent weeks, and then Hutt Valley Dodgers, especially midweek while I'm down here for work, getting to see a lot of their play. 2 very good ball clubs.
I think so. Evenly matched. There'll be no foregone conclusion in the outcome of this game. But yeah, you've seen a lot of softball. I've seen a lot of softball. It's been good.
Pick-off attempt to 1. He's not there, though. Gee. He'll get up and run. Will Foley off to the races. Rounding 2 will slide into third base on the throw.
Time's out. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Level the count now on Manu Oliver, the right fielder for Hutt Valley Dodgers. Anderson leans back. Here comes the 2-2. And this one comes right on the inside edge.
Inside.
And just misses the zone. I tell you, that was the loudest ball call I think I've ever heard, Trev.
I was starting to wonder if I'd heard it right or not. It was, no, that had to be a strike, yeah. Oh, I love it.
You sure you haven't got those tinted hibiscus coast sunglasses on today, Trevor?
even the pitcher's going. Which side was it? How much was it?
Full count here on Oliver now. No outs. Top of the second inning. Runner at third base.
Got him.
Drop ball's good. Gets him this time. Well, I don't think anyone really, if you were being honest, Trevor, as we see Brian Woolley step into the batter's box here, third baseman, expected to see Oscar Anderson pitch in New Zealand this season.
Oscar's got a great pitching skill. He's pitched a lot of games this year.
He has.
And I'm starting to wonder if he's got the edge on Burrito, Leo.
Well, I think that's the thing, though. No one expected him to pitch. He's a catcher. That's Palagoagan on screen there. But we've seen him pitch a lot, haven't we?
We have. And there's good reason for it. Look at that. Now,
curve ball that almost touches the front corner, 1-1 now.
Well, almost. I think. Whoops. Am I the only one seeing that one?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to get those different prescription glasses for you. The ones that come from the neutral glass store. Rise ball's good on the hands. It'll pick up the second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
No, he's got a lot of skills, Oscar, hasn't he? Pitcher, catcher, fielder, batter.
And one on the outside edge. You'll take care of business. So 2 strikeouts in a row here for the pitcher, fielder, catcher, Oscar Anderson.
We talked about Leo Barreto.
See here on the replay here, Trev. Look at that rise ball.
Oh, it's moving, isn't it? Look, I just think this is a perfect position for watching the ball. Look at that.
Rise ball up top this time. You're sure right. For those that don't know, we're situated in that beautiful Atiawa Toa FM booth behind home plate. So, yes, you're right, Trevor. We've got the VIP penthouse suite location.
Yeah, we're used to watching down on the ball chopper. It's another perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, you did right. Of course, you're talking about Rosedale Park, where we've got the big grandstand that allows us to see the game from a higher advantage point. But it's nice to be down close, isn't it?
It is. You feel part of it.
This one on the outside edge. 1 and 2 the count now.
You can just about see what the batter's thinking.
I tell you what, Trev, with the way the Hutt Valley City Council and the Hutt Valley Softball Association work in conjunction with each other and the Rico Sports Centre, I think it's not a matter of time, but if and when we see the 3rd strikeout in a row from Anderson, leaves the runner stranded at 3, they build their own 500-seater grandstand here right at Sportsville Park. So, fantastic innings from Oscar Anderson. He replays the favour of the 2 home runs in the bottom of the first innings. We're through 1.5, 2-0, HBC.
Rusty Bumgardner has done it all. But this year, Rusty reaches a whole new level of softball success. He's going to Beijing.
Rusty. Rusty. Rusty, have you seen my glove?
As the equipment manager. Good luck, Rusty.
The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech, and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Fraser Ballpark on day one of competition. Big one here, game 12, Hibiscus Coast taking on the Hutt Valley Dodgers. We're through to the bottom of the second innings. It is the Hibiscus Coast boys that are leading the ball game here, 2 runs to 0. Great to have you along. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. Joining me in the booth for this one is North Harbour and Hibiscus Coast chairman, clubman, stalwart, patron, pretty much everything. Is there another title you don't have? Trevor Smith.
I'm a husband.
Okay. This one fouls off the bat here of the starting right fielder. It is Katini Huriwai.
1, 2.
Trev, I know we're in the bottom of the second innings. You can keep your rose-coloured glasses on. Well, is it check swing that'll go foul? How have you thought about the start here for Hibiscus Coast?
Oh, I'm loving it, and so should they be. It's always much easier to play a game when you're in front. And I think Oscar's, you sit here and watch the pace of that ball compared with Wiramu. It's a different, he's controlling the game.
Inside pitch will go just foul out of play. I noticed one thing about the pitching of this Wiramu Amai here for the Hutt Valley Dodgers. He comes straight at the batters, doesn't he?
1, 2.
He does. And the batters have got to go back at him. HBC have got to keep building on this lead. If they sit back on their 2 runs, that's danger zone. Oh, there
Hard
it is.
hit ball up the middle, just off the glove of Foley. And Huruwai will be safely down to first base.
That ball was hit hard. That was very hard.
I'm not a scorer, Trev, and basically because I'm just not intelligent enough. But I wouldn't know whether you call that an error or a hit. I'd call it a hit. What do you think?
I'd call it a hit.
Yeah.
Like there's a rule out there that says he made a reasonable attempt.
You see here on the replay, you tell me.
It was a defensive shot. No, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Sacrifice bunt is down, and it's perfect from Kane McGann. Huruwai now over to second base.
He needed to get that down there. I'm not sure that he was ever going to make first base. He's not a sprinter, is he?
No, of course, in that case, he's
but
only
he did
about
his job.
advancing the runner,
That's his job. Yep.
One we got, one we got.
Great to have the Hutt Valley fraternity here present, and of course the home side Hutt Valley Dodgers. Just had one of their lovely members come in and ask us to promote their club. We'd love to do that, wouldn't we, Trevor?
We'd love to.
Indeed.
Yeah. Hey, for a start, they've got the weather here for us.
Haven't they turned it on today?
Yep.
You know what? They say Wellington, on a fine day, you can't beat it. And today's one of those fine days, isn't it?
Definitely. Lived in Wellington for about 7 or 8 years, Chopper, and loved it.
Yeah, so it'll be George Young now that'll step into bat. George Young in his second season with Hibiscus Coast, how's he been going?
George has been fielding very well. Be interesting to see what he does with a bat. I've been waiting for a while.
Amai now. Comes right down Main Street.
He's a dedicated player, George. He loves the game. Travels the world to play it.
When he's out here in New Zealand, what does he do outside of the game?
Oh, he's been assisting a couple of builders. He's a jack of all trades. He's got a mechanical background,
Right,
so
gotcha.
that's a strength.
Fouls off the bat here to stay alive against Wiremu Armon. Had the pleasure of coaching Wiremu a few cycles ago at the U19 tournament. Picked him up for North Harbour that year. Really good kid.
Ball.
This one comes inside. I wanted that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
We need to advance that runner, George, if you're listening.
Ground ball just goes foul. Quality at bat here though from Young.
1-2.
That'll give him confidence. He clearly saw that ball, hit it hard.
Brian Worley down at third base. Boy, he's coming along as a young athlete through the Hutt Valley region.
Is that called, Chopper?
I've learnt to wait. After that first one,
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's got to be the loudest ball call in the country. And good on you too. We've got a good umpire here, as we mentioned, at home plate, all the way from Manawatu, Jaden Bell. And all you want is clearness and consistency, and he's got that going in spades, doesn't
He sure has. He sure has.
2 balls and 2 strikes here now. This one pulled foul down the line. Of course, Hutt Valley Dodgers know the New Zealand Club National Championships really well. They've won it a few times. Last time I remember was hosted down in Canterbury, where they won the national championship. Team looks a little different now. Had a break last season from the Premier competition, but back now with a good youthful base, Trev, and that's the key for longevity, isn't it?
Well, the softball's on its way up again, I'm sure. It went through a bit of a rough patch, but we've got some promising young players on the go, and there's a bit of focus on the young players, both on the men and the women's side of the game. Oh, George.
Ball inside, can't catch up with it. Oh, George, Trev. 3 outs here. That will do us through the bottom of the second innings. No score change. 2-0 HBC over the Hutt Valley Dodgers.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Atiawa Toa FM, proud supporters of the community down here in the Lower Hutt, and are in the house with Ballpark Broadcasting NZ. Great to present to you the 2024. It is the Soccer New Zealand National Men's Open Club Championship. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, with Trevor Smith here in the booth as we move to the top of the third innings here, Trev. It'll be Hutt Valley Dodgers that'll send up the left footer Tarquin Kaitiana, the second baseman Brodie Foley, and the shortstop Aaron Dormer. 1, 2, and 3. Single pitch and a miss. Well, Oscar Anderson and the top of the second innings. Picked up 3 strikeouts in a row to retire in the innings here. What is Hutt Valley Dodgers? So we see a hard hit ball.
That's in the hole.
It is in the hole. Drops just out of the reach of the shortstop.
And good base running, eh? Yep.
And just in front of the left fielder, apologies, and around the second base he goes. Jan Tarquin Kraitiana out of the Wairara upper region. He's played with his old man back in the day, Trev. Had a year, knows Anderson well, had a season in Denmark this winter just gone. And you can see that through his play right now, can't you?
Absolutely.
Brody Foley now. Experienced campaigner is Foley. An outstanding athlete in himself, but a fantastic coach. Coached many teams here at Hutt Valley, especially representative sides in the junior divisions. Has a real knack of connecting with younger players. Drop ball is down, bunt is down, and that just goes foul.
That catcher got that quick before it come back out, eh? He was watching it close. Well executed.
Foley is quick. Down to first base. So he'll have to come back and reload the Jets as such.
1-1. 1-1.
You see Brody trying to get down to first base. Of course, foul ball. So back in the batter's box. 0-2 now.
Ball.
Takes a rise ball inside. And I'll check that count as he shapes another bunt.
Certainly brought the field in chopper. They moved quite rapidly on that one.
The count might be 2-1 here, actually. Apologies. It is indeed.
Ball.
Inside. Foley very fastidious with the strike zone.
3-1.
Trev, you would have made your trek down from North Harbour yesterday, did you?
I started on Monday morning through that marathon trip through Auckland traffic at 6:30 in the morning with a truck broken down Spaghetti Junction.
Oh, no.
It took me 2 hours to get to Manukau.
Really? At 6:30 in the morning?
Yep. It was, they talk about Auckland traffic, that was at its worst, I tell you. And here's me thinking I was clever.
Foul ball will fill the count. I'll tell you, outside of the Aucklanders listening to the broadcast today, the rest of the country's like, that'll teach you for living in Auckland.
Exactly.
Back to the action here. Full count. Rise ball's good. We'll finish him off. The quality at bat, though, from Foley. So one away here. We'll hand it over to the starting shortstop now, Aaron Dormer. 5th strikeout of the day here for Anderson. Dormer just a premeditated swing, can't catch up to it.
Talk about that trip down, Chopper. I spent the night in Oakuni and
Oh, yes.
she wasn't very pleasant, I tell you.
Oh.
It was the weather I'm talking.
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's right. We went to broadcast Monday night in North Harbour, and the heavens opened around lunchtime, and I think it finished about 2 a.m. type things. There was no chance of broadcasting.
It was, there was rivers on the road. I was negotiating at different times. And I was pretty conscious I was carrying all the team gear, so...
Bunt is down, but in foul territory. So 0-2 the count. To be fair, I was making the effort to broadcast. It was a Prem Reserve game scheduled for Monday night at Rosedale Park. And was dedicated to do that, then pack the gear afterwards. Preparation to come down here for Club Nationals. Had a 3:30 a.m. wake-up call to get to my flight on Tuesday morning. So it was always going to be not much sleep, let's just put it that way. But luckily the game was cancelled, so I ended up finishing the pack down at around about 10:30 at night, so it wasn't too bad.
There's a wee bit of a blessing there.
Yeah, it is indeed. 1 and 2 the count here. Of course, great to be down here in Hutt Valley, though. I kind of call it my second home, Trev. Now, I spend so much time down here working. I kind of have 2 associations now, North Harbour and Hutt Valley.
Yeah, well, as I said before, we lived here 7 or 8 years in the early 90s, or mid-80s, I suppose, when we moved here, and loved it.
Caught on the front foot does Dormer, and he'll go down for the second out. So back-to-back strikeouts here at the top of the order for Hutt Valley Dodgers. Dallas Clifton now. Remember, Clifton back in the first innings drove that triple down the left field line.
Yes, be a good time for him to strike if you're a Dodgers fan. Oh, look at that.
Big swing on the outside pitch. Of course, you mentioned when you lived down here, you helped build the skin diamond and dugouts at Tawa. Is that right?
I did. I'm heavily involved there for a number of years, and the facility's still standing, which is testimony to all those club members that...
Inside-out swing, and McGann will take care of that at first base, and that'll retire them, leaving a runner stranded at second base. Or through 2.5 complete. Bottom of the third coming up next, and more action here live from Fraser Ballpark. It is the 2024 Open Men's Clubs National Championship.
I can't promise you that things will always go the way we want. But I can promise you one thing, that if we fight through the pain together, if we strive every day to make each other better, if we learn to communicate and never lose sight of that vision, then we will surprise people. So don't settle for being a good player. Don't settle for being a good team. Aspire to something greater, know in your heart that this team is special. Look at the players around you and make that commitment to them right here, right now.
Dave and Mark Sorensen have the honour of this field named after them and the Sorensen family. Well, guess what? Trevor Smith joining me in the booth here. The lovely lady who's the tournament organiser for the association's Dave's wife, Maureen Sorensen.
Maureen.
So it's named after all of them, really. They're a fabulous family, and they do great things for the game of softball, and it's good to see the acknowledgement given.
A lot of history in that family. Chopper.
Sure is indeed.
Great history.
Well, Hibiscus Coast will go back to the top of the shop here. And Palagowagan, Ruhi and Diaz. Remember, it was Ruhi and Diaz with back-to-back home runs in the first innings. That has pulled a change here from Hutt Valley Dodgers. The original listed starting pitcher from the Czech Republic, Marta Mayas. I might just check that. You heard a legal pitch. We'll just try and grab that out there.
Lifting his front foot.
just see this on the replay here. So they're saying that the front foot is just lifting off the plate or lifting too high off the plate. Let's have a look for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a hop, skip and jump.
Yeah.
Wrong sport,
Yeah.
young man, wrong sport.
It was a bit technical, yeah.
Ball.
So I was actually explained at the managers' meeting last night here. They always have one before a tournament starts.
Yep.
And that was about what they call clearing the cleats. It was exactly what you saw. He still did it in the next pitch, but they didn't do it as high. And they asked, would there be a warning? This is your warning right now at the meeting. Don't lift your foot too high. So in that case, a pitcher here from Hutt Valley Dodgers got called a legal pitch in one of those deliveries. Danger time now. Jaden Ruhi, home run back in the first innings, comes up. First pitch to him is a ball up top.
Runner on one. They've done a change there, have they?
Here comes it'll be the designated runner. Noah Stevens Togo will come out to run at first base.
Young Noah, all the way from counties, eh?
Playing his season at North Harbour this year for the Coasters. Fine young gentleman. Of course, Stevens Togo running at first base. An accomplished young pitcher coming through the ranks himself. Picked up the national title for Counties Manukau at the Under-17 Boys Championship down and hosted in Ōtautahi Christchurch. Congratulations to them. Boy, Counties Manukau had a great rep season, didn't they?
Did they?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realise it. You know me, I've tinted glasses. I only ever walked North Harbour.
Oh, they won the 17 boys. They won the 15, 2-1. Excuse me, in Hastings. 15 girls. They were tied in it. 17.
Oh, they got rained out, didn't they, Choco? Yeah.
17 girls. They were finalists in that one as well. Actually, did they win it? I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Either way, boy,
They were there.
They're winning all sorts of things. It's really fantastic to see for Counties Manukau. 2-2 the count here. John Ruhi lifts one, but it'll go foul out of play. Count remains level here. That's what I was going to do. Trev, look up the pronunciation of this picture. If we get it wrong, we'll just say it's your fault. Just joking.
Well, I'm sure Oscar's parents are listening to this in Denmark, Copenhagen, or wherever. Perhaps they give us a call and let us know.
Oh, no, this is the picture for Hutt Valley Dodgers from the Czech Republic. They'll probably know him too. Yeah, you did right, Trev.
Consult with Basin because I've seen that he started his motion forward and that's constituted a start of the pitch, yeah?
Okay, do you want me to check if he started his motion?
You can hear the question asked by Leon Smith, head coach from HBC, asking about a motion forward. Has he started already?
Ask him if he started his motion. I got nothing starting his motion.
No, he hadn't started his motion.
No,
he stepped back out.
Yeah.
He stepped back out.
There you go. So the simple conversation was around had he started his motions before he then came and called time. And he's saying, no, he came back and called time, came off the back of the plate. So all happy there. And it's good that I like our umpires in New Zealand, Trev, that they're really happy to be asked the question politely and they're happy to go and confer and then come with the best decision or result at the end of it. That's a great umpiring career.
Well, it's participation, isn't it? There's no sense having sides in the whole thing. Let the players get on with the game and be entitled to know how they can improve it.
This one's lifted up. And Foley will take the catch for the first out. I know they call the pitch a matter. So that's about as much as I've got so far, Trev. Hutt Valley Dodgers. Let me look at their return schedule. Let's hope the writing is nice and clear, Trev.
You can hear the team clearly calling matter.
Yeah.
So we'll stick with that, Chopper?
Sounds good to me, Trev.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Elias Diaz now steps in. First sweep pitch, he gets us through the top of the zone. Fights this one off, but into strike two.
Two strikes.
Oh, it's a typed out return schedule. I've got no excuses here. So his first name is spelled M-A-T-E-J.
That's Matter.
I think that's Matter. Apologies. And his last name is spelled M-A-C-A-S. So Matamarcus, maybe?
Yeah.
I reckon we stick with
that. That rhymes with that.
Yeah.
that works for me.
Works for me too. As Matter leans back here. Good pitch on the outside edge. We'll take the second out. So back-to-back home runs for Ruhi and Diaz. This time we're sent back to the dugout. Oscar Anderson now.
Now, I'm sure Oscar's seen Matter a few times because they enter the European competition. So
a lot of competition between Denmark and the Czech Republic.
Yep.
On both a national level and club sides. Drop ball's good.
Well, you may not have seen him too much.
It's great to have these international players playing in New Zealand this season, Trev.
Yeah, well, they're coming from a new source, aren't they? Like it used to be, as we've said before, from the States and the Americas. But the Europeans are finding their way down here and doing a great job.
Sure are, indeed.
They're great ball players. Like, I think the pitcher for Kaiapoi this morning was a Danish pitcher, was he?
I think he might have been Czech Republic. Yeah,
right.
yeah. The catcher, Marek Wolf, and the other chap. I believe they're a tandem. They've come out together.
Right.
Pick-off attempt down to first base. Stevens Togo is safely back there though.
I watched that Kaiapoi game this morning, and there's an airline pilot, Jeff Chiplin, known to the family, and we wagered the evening meal on that game.
Did you?
Jeez, I'm paying again, Chipper.
If I remember correctly, there was a couple of $10 that may be in Chopper's back pocket at some stage too, as we see Anderson go down for the third out. They'll leave a runner stranded here in the bottom of the third innings. Hibiscus Coast leading 2-0. Top four coming up next.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Weldtech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Top of the fourth innings here in game number 12 on day one of competition at the Soccer New Zealand Open Men's National Club Championships. The home of softball, they call it, here in Hutt Valley. It is Fraser Ballpark on a beautiful late summer's day as we get underway on this third game of action here on Sorensen Field. Of course, coming up after this one, still plenty to come. Home side PK. Punika Galbini will take on Mount Albert Ramblers, the defending national champions. And then two home teams, Totara Park returning to the National Club Championship after so many years will take on the other home team, Hutt Valley Maris. So plenty of action to come here from Fraser Ballpark. We've got you covered all the way through till the 9 o'clock or so. That last game will start at 7 p.m. 2-0 here. Hibiscus Coast over Hutt Valley Dodgers in the top of the 4th innings. And it'll be the Dodgers will send up Hirawini, the centre fielder, Amai, the pitcher, or DP now, and Oliver, the right fielder. Swinging through on that one.
2 strikes.
Game's just going through the process a wee bit at the moment, Chopper. We saw all that excitement of those two over the fence, and it's gone quiet again.
It's kind of one of those ones. It's a bit of an ebb and flow, isn't it, Trev? It was like Hibiscus Coast had tipped in this high-octane petrol to start this match, and then someone's kind of found a way to let the air out of the tyres a little.
I wonder if it's somebody from Hutt Valley here somewhere. Bit of skullduggery going on there.
You can see both pitchers have kind of buttoned down a bit too. Of course, Armoy off to a tough start with those 2 home runs given up in the first innings. He'll come up to bat now. He did button things down. Curveball, which will foul off to the right side. 5 diamonds in action here at the Open Club National Championships. We mentioned the diamonds Sorensen, Shaw Field and Massey Nuns fields. That's 1 through to 3. Diamond 4 is a spear diamond over the back. And diamond 5, a fully fenced grass diamond right next to the club rooms here at the Rico Centre. So we've got all the facilities going here this week, Trev.
Got a great setup, and they're all close by. An old fella like me doesn't have to walk miles, and good on the administration. Walked up to 2 of us stumbling along the car park and offered us preferential parking today.
There you go, VIP.
VIP parking.
Mr. Smith is in the house. Get him the front row seat. Of course, they put the beer tent in. Great to see the beer tent back at the Club Nationals. Down the right field line. As we see a rise ball inside will take care of business. 7th strikeout of the match from Oscar Anderson.
He's starting to control this game, Chopper. Dodgers are going to have to find a recipe to beat him.
Apologies, 8 strikeouts. He is starting to find fire.
Yeah, he's enjoying it too, by the look of it.
Manu Oliver, strikeout victim himself, back in the 2nd innings. First pitch he sees is below the zone. So I asked the boss of Softball New Zealand and the boss at Hutt Valley, the boss at Atiawa Toa FM, if we could broadcast from the beer tent this week.
Well, that'd be dangerous, Chopper. That'd be dangerous.
Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Chopper wouldn't
I'll
tell you what, I'll work the whole day, guys. If we're good
with
on
your
them.
reputation, mine's intact.
It sure is. Drop ball over the top. I think the big thing about the beer tent, and I joke about it a little bit, it's actually the best learning tool out there. Athletes, ballers are in there together, and they're just communicating all the time. They're talking about the game. They're talking about situations, and it's a great way to share. I know myself as a young fella, Trevor, I would approach some senior legend players like yourself and come up to them in the beer tent and say, excuse me, I saw you do this play today. Would you mind telling me how you did it? And they will give you that time.
They're open. Yep, because their time's free in there.
They are indeed, as we see Anderson pick up another one, 3 in a row here in the 4th innings, and that is a 9 on the day. He is simply lighting it up right now. Bottom 4 coming up next. HBC leading the ball game, 2-0.
your world, your colour, your choice with Racine.
Well, no need for the lights here. It's a beautiful day at Fraser Ballpark on day one of competition of the Open Men's National Club Championships. Thank you so much for tuning in to these live shots from the Hutt Valley the Softball Association. As we see Hibiscus Coast here will bat in the bottom of the fourth innings, leading by 2 runs. A lead-off hit to Braden Heaslip gets them started here with no outs. And hand it over to Kātini Huriwai. Huriwai fouls this off. Huriwai, very similar to the shortstop in this team, Jaden Ruhi, in that wider squad for the Junior Black Sox. Just missed the last cut. So close, Trev, to going to a World Cup. That is the quality of player. That is Kātini Huriwai.
Second chance. Oh.
Yeah, it is indeed. Good to have this second chance, isn't it? Ball up top and throw just gets away. Not far enough, though, for Heaslip to advance.
Yeah, he was pushing the boundaries here a wee bit, Chopper. I think he was lucky the ball went astray a wee bit.
I'll tell you what, though.
These guys from the south aren't quite as fast, are they?
No, but they are intelligent. It's one thing I've always thought of all the Southland players I've seen over the years.
That was a wee dig, Chopper.
Yeah, no, I get it.
He's away this
he's
time.
off on the pitch too. He must have heard you, Trev.
He must have a brave move by the coach.
So, no outs here in the bottom of the fourth innings, and Brian Worley watches on as Huriwai steps back in. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here. Huriwai through the 5-6 hole. Will they send him? Stop sign is up at third base. So Hibiscus Coast, something cooking in the kitchen here in the bottom of the fourth innings with runners coast to coast.
None down.
That'll bring up to bat here a well-known name in the Hutt Valley. They'll take a bit of time first to see a replay of this hit, Trev.
He had to pull that a wee bit, didn't he?
He can really turn on it, can't he? He pulls that through the 5-6 hole successfully, does Huriwai. Well, I mentioned a well-known name here. The next batter's name is Kane McGann. Comes out of the Northcote Club these days. Moved up there a number of years ago. But he's from Hutt Valley originally. Used to play for this very ball club, Hutt Valley Dodgers. Good pitcher in his time. Still an outstanding athlete. And McGann is the son of a very famous player in New Zealand, Paul McGann.
And Debbie, she's out there watching at the moment. She's very vocal for HBC. She's...
Well, that's obviously the wife of Paul. And Paul,
yes,
unfortunately, taken in a tragic car accident in the United States far too young, travelling between tournaments there in the North American circuit, but one of the elite pitchers to come out of New Zealand. Kane's opportunity now to carry on that tradition. Big swing, and there'll be a double steal. Leon Smith, the head coach from Hibiscus Coast, has got their heads on a swivel. HBC scored their 3rd run. Not too sure if it was a double steal or a hit and run play. Probably was a hit and run, to be fair, Trev.
Well, no,
just
I'm
a rise
thinking,
ball out of the zone. He couldn't get it.
It was a combination of both, I think. Often talked about the double steal.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. Definitely an aggressive
Everything
play.
to gain, yeah.
Definitely an aggressive play. That one goes foul from head coach Smith. And you'll know better than anyone, Trevor, Leon's put a lot of time into the Hibiscus Club of recent years.
Huge amount of time. His wife wonders what else he does.
Well, she can sit back and admire what they're doing right now at the Club Nationals.
Yeah, all that hard work comes to pay off eventually. This could be the time.
Oh, the niece of Kane McGann batting, young Bella Coxon, young left-handed hurler from down here, plays in the Tortara Park club. She got picked up, selected for the New Zealand under-15 women's team. Went away to the World Cup in Tokyo, Japan last year. An outstanding young athlete, only about 14 years of age. This curveball, which is pulled foul. So the bloodline of the McGanns is strong.
Strong. Debbie was telling me the story this morning and made her proud as grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. She's a cool kid too. All of the grandchildren are cool kids. Kane's got a couple of really cool kids up in Auckland, North Harbour these days. I think they live your way up on the coast, Trev.
I can't understand why he's paying for North Coast. Chopper.
Stop it, Trev. Stop it right now.
I hear he lives in Milldale. Right in the heart of HBC.
Right in the heart of HBC. My apologies, Trevor Smith. My apologies. Just down below, but a good location there from Matter. I got to see Matter pitch, I think it was like the first week or second week he came to New Zealand, right here at Fraser Ballpark. And I said to him, mate, do you ever smile? Because he's so serious on the mound, eh?
I hadn't picked that up, but you're right. You are right.
And then then after he threw the next pitch, he looks at me and smiles, and I'm like, there you are. You are just a young man. Good on you. Welcome to New Zealand. Welcome to Aotearoa.
What is his age, did you say, Chopper?
I think he came into the under-19 U19 program, or if not, just not far out of it.
Yeah, because he just took his hat off there. It's always hard to judge, and he is a young guy. Yep.
Full count now on McGann. Runner just 60 feet away at third base.
Oh, he's
and a
blowing
big
that one.
swing, and Matter shows his youthfulness and picks up the first out on strikes. This next batter, I really like him. It's obviously George Young waiting on the on-deck circle there, but the next batter here is his starting centre fielder, Hayden Wahanui. And this season, I've got to be apologetic a little bit, Trev. I haven't really had much chance to watch him in previous years, but I got to see a bit of him this season, and I love the way he's matured in his game. He's enjoying it. He was the captain of the development side for North Harbour. He's playing well this year.
He is playing well. I think that added, he hasn't got that pitching responsibility that he's had up until this season. He's always been looked as a pitcher, and I think he's been able to sit back and enjoy the game and show the best of his colours. He's a good leader. Yep.
One away here, bottom of the fourth innings. HBC have added one run so far to their tally. 3-0 you see on the scoreboard. And Matter says good morning, good afternoon and good night as you'll send Wahanui down on strikes.
We were just talking about his strengths there.
Can't do them all, Trev.
No.
Can't do it all the time. He'll come back up again for his third at bat later in the contest. George Young now.
Got a runner on 3.
Looking to convert, gets the same rise ball. And you can see Matter's got a little bit of pep in that step right now.
He didn't want to let that run in, Chopper.
4 strikeouts from the 6 outs. Sorry, from the 5 outs so far. Haven't had a chance to spend some time with Matter to find out whereabouts in the Czech Republic he's from. Foul ball, of course, 2019. Got the privilege of going to the capital city, Prague, for the Men's World Cup. And also, they hosted in 2 cities there, Trev, in a town called Havlíčkůj Brod, which was about a 2-hour drive from Prague.
It was a great drive.
Yeah.
Well, not a drive. I took the train.
Yes. Yes, most of the Kiwis did indeed. As he picks up another out on 3 strikes, does Mutter. He's on fire too. 5 strikeouts from 6 outs from the replacement pitcher from the Czech Republic. 3 runs to 0 as we complete our work through the bottom of the 4th innings. We'll be back with more action here on top of the 5th. Game 12, day 1, action.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi can-do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th innings here. Time to make a change for the Hutt Valley Dodgers as they trail by 3 runs, and they'll bring in a pinch hitter here. Katapati Wanoa will bat for Brian Woolley as they look to try and get something started here for the local side, Hutt Valley Dodgers. Trevor Smith joining us in the booth here. Trev, I can ask you now, we're halfway or just over halfway through this matchup. How do you see this one going?
Well, it's heading the right direction, Chopper. I was getting a bit nervous when they're sitting on 2 runs, but then they sort of brought a bit more of their game in that last innings by scoring a run and advancing a run around to 3. So with my tinted glasses, I've gained a little bit more confidence that they can take it to the conclusion.
Well, if we flip that around now, what does Hutt Valley Dodgers need to do to get themselves, not out of this ball game by all means, they get themselves into the lead for the victory?
3-0's not a big target.
No.
And it just takes 1 innings to crack it, and they've just got to get on top of Oscar. He's as the game's progressed, he's progressed.
9 strikeouts on the day for Oscar Anderson.
It's easy to get in a bit of a rut, and just got to go out with a bit more aggression on that pitcher. There's another one.
Yeah, Rise ball's good as he picks up the first out here in the top of the 5th innings. Mr. Anderson.
Perhaps Dodgers need to change their tactics a wee bit and just move the ball. I think they're trying to hit it.
Trey Ferry, the catcher, well, he's an option to go short. He can hit for contact, but also hit for pace.
He's got speed.
Yeah, there you go.
There he's
he
done.
Drops it down, and that one skids off the glove. Ferry's off to the races, and safely down to first base. How about that on cue?
Well, perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Good coaching, Trevor Smith in the booth. Oh, beautiful. I mentioned Fury is a 2-way threat, and he showed that with one of those threats there. He got the ball down, to be fair. Probably should have been fielded, as you see here by the pitcher, just comes off his glove. However, Fury put the ball in play, created the pressure, didn't he?
And that's what you do. That's what we're talking about.
2 hits in the ball game from the Hutt Valley Dodgers, one from Dallas Clifton back in the first innings, and then up to bat now, Takun Kwaitiana. He picked up a double to left field in the 3rd. Change of pace. Peligowagan snags it at 3rd base for the outs.
Yeah, he was thinking about 2, but boy, I think that was a hit and run call because he was up on 2 before the ball hit the glove.
Ferry is quick, that's for sure. Top of the shop now. Brody Foley, gone down in flames twice today. first and third innings. He'll be looking to rectify that right here. First pitch. Can't quite catch up to it. Ferry down at second base, the catcher. Drop ball down Main Street.
You talked about what Dodgers need to do. They need to move that runner, Chopper, and that batter's got to get around on those balls. There's 2 out, but we saw the pressure. If you put it on the field, how it can change the game.
Yep, Jaden Ruhi there, marshalling the shortstop position, and Ferry's off to the races to third base. You can hear the communication out there, can't you, Trev? Both of these two teams are on their game.
They sure are. Backdoor, backdoor. Did you hear that call?
Yes, indeed. Communication between the defence, makes sure they're all on the same page. Brodie Foley has made a career of this situation right here, converting base runners into runs. Cool, calm and collective. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the rise ball from Mr. Anderson.
He does it again.
Just too tough. They'll leave another base runner stranded here in the top of the 5th innings as HBC lead 3-0 heading to the bottom.
Rusty Bumgardner has done it all. But this year, Rusty reaches a whole new level of softball success. He's going to Beijing.
Rusty. Rusty. Rusty, have you seen my glove?
As the equipment manager. Good luck, Rusty.
Well, it's been a tight ball game between these two great ball clubs out of New Zealand, Hibiscus Coast from the North Harbour Softball Association and Hutt Valley Dodgers from right here at home and the Hutt Valley Softball Association. 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th innings. It'll be top of the order for HBC. Michael Palagowagan, Jaden Ruhi and Julius Diaz. 1, 2, 3 here. Trev, HBC here, top of the order. Your thoughts?
Great time to score another run. Consolidate that win. Because as we saw from Dodgers in that last innings, they put the pressure on and they moved the base runners around. So there's still 2 innings in this game to do that. And so I'd like to see HBC just show who's in charge here.
This one fouls out. Well, we'll see if that happens as we move our way through the bottom of the 5th innings. Of course, Palagowagan, I mentioned one of the Blue Boys. I asked the question, who are the Blue Boys? A little check swing, excuse me, and we'll go foul down the left side. Well, that is the national team of the Philippines. Palagowagan, a mainstay here, but now a mainstay in New Zealand, Trevor.
He is. He's here to stay, as you say. No, he's a mainstay staying.
Yeah.
Him and Leo and Julius, they're here for...
to work and live, right?
Work and live.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've been here for close to a year now already.
Yep.
Also, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Palagowagan. And if you've ever had the pleasure of watching the Philippines national men's team play, hard hit ball, Palagowagan looking to go yard to the fence, and a great catch by Manu Oliver in the deep.
Well, for a moment I thought that was gone. Must be that southerly held it up there, I think.
Calm down, Trim. It's a beautiful day here. There's no winds. The sun is out. There's no clouds. Okay, geez, you're good. Bringing up the bat here, Jaden Ruhi now. He swings at the first pitch. Ruhi come up trumps in the first innings with a solo shot over centre left field. I'd have to catch up with Jaden after the game. I think that it might be his very first home run at a club nationals. I hope someone kept that ball for him. Know his dad well, Michael. Actually met him when I was at high school. Trev.
Really?
Yeah, and then after that, I was on a visit to
Well,
Auckland.
you didn't do your high school here.
No, I know.
You were in the...
I did it in, I was in
Hawke's
Palmerston
Bay.
North. No, Palmerston North. I went to
Oh,
Hutt,
right.
a boarding college, but I went to a school ball in Auckland. My date was his auntie, this young fella's auntie. There you go. That's how we connected at the time. Anyway, I got the chance to reconnect with the dad of Jade and Michael a couple of years ago now in Auckland within the facilities of the game. And great to see his young man coming through right now.
Well, he was so relaxed with that hit. Just stepped up, whacked it out there and paced himself up to one.
You mentioned he had a good game this morning against Kaiapoi in that close loss, 3 runs to 4. And the first pitch we see from Julian Diaz will foul backwards. One away here, bottom of the 4th innings. Change of pace down low.
I find the Filipino boys are very disciplined. They read the ball well in the box. You know, that change up there could have caught most batters, I would have thought.
Off to the pit, running on the pitch is Ruhi, and he was sliving head first yesterday. Got there quick. Of course, game coming up at 5 o'clock today after the conclusion of this match. Puniki Kalbini will take on the defending national champions, Mount Albert Ramblers. It'll be Josh Merritt taking on Nick Hayes.
Oh, good girl. Thanks, Elsie.
Ball down low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one down low. Really looking forward to that next matchup, Trevor. Of course, 2 great stalwarts of the games in charge. Nathan Nukunuku, with a history within the domestic game and, of course, internationally, player coach for Mount Albert Ramblers. And for Puniki Kalbini, none other than Thomas Markia, the current Black Sox head coach, is assisted by Trevor Evans these days. Wise ball inside will take care of business. And the second out. Ruhi now poised at third base. Anderson. Oh, now's the time to come good, Trev. 2 strikeouts on a day.
He's got a runner on 3.
First pitch, drop ball. Swinging over the top of it. This one just fouls on top. You can see the work from Mata on the hill showing on his face right now.
Little battle between the two here.
Batter knows it's a time to lift. Got to keep this a 3-run ball game. Curveball outside.
Boy, that did swing out, didn't it? Eh?
1-2.
Ruhi waiting 60 feet away. The 4th run potentially for Hibiscus Coast. There's the head coach, Leon Smith. He's been good today. Drop ball inside.
He's been working the game through well. 2-2.
Matter steps back. Tries to change the pace, can't get it to land.
3-2.
Kind of get the feeling here a little bit. He's happy if Anderson walks to first base. After him will be Braden Heaslip.
Well, Braden got the hit that last innings, so
Indeed.
it doesn't get any better for him. Oops.
Rise ball right through the kitchen sink. And Anderson will go down on flames. They will leave a runner stranded, and the score does remain 3 the difference. Top of the 6 coming up next. It's a big one. Don't go anywhere. I feel this one will go down to the wire. Back soon.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi can-do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be running the bases left, right, and centre. HBC, they've touched the most bases so far. They'll touch 3 more than what the Hutt Valley Dodgers have. That's the difference in the ball game so far, and it all came down early in this one. Top of the first innings, bottom of the first innings, HBC scored 2 runs off 2 home runs. One to Ruhi and one to Diaz. We see this ball go foul. And then he had to fast forward all the way to the bottom of the 4th innings, back-to-back hits, and a double steal play with Kane McGann up to the plate. Gives them their 3rd run. That is the margin we have right now. Top of the 6th, Hutt Valley Dodgers trying to get something going here. They tried last innings to get a base runner on.
Got him right round to 3 too. Yeah.
You see a change of pace goes over the top of the head of Aaron Dormer leading off. You hear 1-1 is the count. And we're watching intently now. 2 balls and 1 strike on him. Swings through that one, levels the count. Aaron Dormer's been around a while too in the softball scene in Auckland. Trevor, the kind of a bit of a senior leader for the Auckland Mariners side.
Yeah, well, they went off the edge a wee bit, Maris, for a while, but they're making a bit of a comeback now.
They are indeed, as Dormer will go down looking, as Anderson continues this torrent of fear on the pitcher's circle. Dallas Clifton now will step in, the first baseman. Hit the triple back in the first innings. First pitch he sees is down low. Clifton, a Hutt Valley boy through and through. Just the one season away last year when the top side ceased to exist. But came back with his parents to rejuvenate the club, to get them going with a bunch of youngsters. So that's good to see, Trev.
Yeah, good to see they've climbed right back to club nationals.
Yeah, of course, a few pickup players in there, but that's okay.
Oh,
it's about making the step, and they're playing at home, so why not, right?
Why not? Yep.
Ground ball, Peligawagan, that is bread and butter for him. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 6th innings. Sorry, apologies, Trev. Go ahead, go.
Similar situation to HBC. You'd like build your club and have the juniors in behind you, and you've got a pathway. So good on Dodgers. Well done.
Indeed. Pinch hitter now coming into the ball game. It'll be Logan Paul Woolley will hit for Braden Hedawini. Drop ball greets Paul Woolley. Jaden Ruhi's been good today. He had the big home run early.
Well, that was there.
Right down Main Street. 1 and 2 now on Woolley.
1, 2.
Good family, the Woolies. Boy, they live and breathe the game. Play a bit of baseball too, I believe.
Baseball strong down here, Chopper.
You can see Diaz on screen, the left fielder. He also picked up that other home run for Hibiscus Coast. The big reason why they're in the lead. So is Oscar Anderson as he picks up his 13th strikeout of the match. That'll do us through the top of the 6th innings with more action to come here live from Fraser Ballpark. Bottom 6. Dodgers trying to keep this a 3-run ball game.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Weldtech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech, and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, under a early evening afternoon sky here at Fraser Ballpark. Bottom of the 6th innings and a real good one between Hutt Valley Dodgers, the local side, and Hibiscus Coast. 3 runs to nil at this point. Well, it's insurance run time for the Coasters. Hibiscus Coast. The Coasters, the Basters. What is the nickname for Hibiscus Coast, Trevor?
I think we've been there before, haven't we? I've lost track of the options.
Hard hit ball down the line, and that is just foul off the bat of Braden Heaslip. Well, I've been up to Hibiscus Coast a couple of times. Beautiful scenery, homes are lovely. Everyone's got a Porsche in the driveway.
Not everybody, Chopper, I can assure you that.
Okay. Yeah, some of you got a Range Rover or a Maserati or something like that. No, great place.
It is a great spot.
Indeed. Beautiful beaches, indeed. There's this little curve, a change up, just sails away from the zone.
I like the rhyme HBC. You know, they've listed as hibiscus, but
officially the name of the club is Hibiscus Coast Softball Club, right?
that's it.
Kind of check swing down to first base. Clifton will take that one at first base for the first outs. Kātini Huriwai, in addition to the HBC side here. I mentioned from Counties Manukau because that's his origins, but he's actually playing out of the Franklin Association. I think Pukekohe is the name of his club side.
Yeah, it's got me a little confused. Like I thought counties and Franklin were all the same place.
Used to be, but then of course, with the growth of Auckland and people spreading to live away from the centre, places like Pukekohe and the area between Pukekohe and Counties Manukau, which is Papakura, has exploded into the glove. Brian Woolley at third base. That's the definition of the hot corner.
Even the batter thought he was gone. Have a look at the replay here.
Reactional grab by Brian Woolley at third base. That was top shelf, wasn't it, Trev?
Oh, he still had time to drop it and play it to one.
Kate McGann now. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th innings. First pitch to him is a change of pace that comes through the bottom of the zone. Here's that replay of the hot corner. How quick? Even on super slow-mo, you can see that was quick. Fantastic. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast today. It's our privilege to bring that to you, of course, on behalf of Atiawa Toa FM and Ballpark Broadcasting NZ. Supporting our local softball association here, Hutt Valley. The privilege for Softball New Zealand. But these guys are pitching so fast, they've knocked their advertising banner behind home plate down.
Oh,
That's how quick it's coming down.
It's opened up the pathway for us, Chopper.
This one, a foul off the bat of McGann.
Might be a good job for Elsie to pop out there and repair that.
You leave my crew alone, will you, Trev? Hard hit ball, that is punched down. I'll tell you, the amount of balls that have gone foul down that left ball line, if I had $1, it'd be more than, for each one, it'd be more than those couple of $10 bets you owe me, I think, Trev.
I think it's mounting up a wee bit, isn't it? Yes.
I'm sure we'll see each other in the beer tent at some stage. Mara leans back. Drop ball's good. Just fights this one off, does McGann, to stay alive. Beautiful location, Hutt Valley and Wellington. Of course, 2 associations next door to each other. Population of the Greater Wellington region sits somewhere around about 800 to 900,000. The big port of Wellington. There's a big bay right in the middle between the Wellington City and the Hutt Valley region. That mountain range you see in the back there, that runs right down the spine all the way to that port. Gateway to the South Island on the ferry. This one fouls off. Lots of Kaimoana, Trevor.
Lots of Kaimoana.
Had the pleasure of playing against a friend of mine's nephew. He calls me uncle too, to be honest with you. A couple of weekends ago, and on the Sunday morning he says, "Uncle, I'm going out to get some crayfish. Would you like one?" I said, "You sure betcha I would." Showed up later on that day, dropped off a crayfish for me.
What's his phone number, Chopper?
And there's a good pitch, a very good pitch. Mata has kept this one close, given the Hutt Valley Dodgers a chance here as we will go to the top of the 7th innings. They'll have 3 outs to get 3 runs. Will the Dodgers 4 to grab the lead? We'll find out when we come back.
I can't promise you that things will always go the way we want. But I can promise you one thing, that if we fight through the pain together, if we strive every day to make each other better, if we learn to communicate and never lose sight of that vision, then we will surprise people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 7th innings. Got a real good one going here. 3-run ball game between Hibiscus Coast and the local side, Hutt Valley Dodgers. Dodgers down to their last 3 outs as they face Oscar Anderson on a 13 strikeout match so far, the Danish import for HBC. And he will face Armo, Manu Oliver, and we'll find out if it's Brian Woolley. No, it is indeed. He came back into third base. 1, 2, and 3 here for the Dodgers. Looking to stage a comeback here. Late comeback in the top of the 7th innings. Of course, whatever happens, if they do tie it up or grab the lead, HBC will have the right of return in the bottom of the 7th yet to come. Can they get us to a cliffhanger? Trevor Smith joining me in commentary the whole way through. I'm not going to ask you predict what the finish is, but what have you thought about the match, Trev?
I thought it's been well controlled by HBC, and Dodgers keep fighting back, but Oscar's controlled them. On the mound, he's done a great job there.
13 strikeouts on the day from Oscar Anderson. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here on Wurumu Armai. This one clips the inside edge.
3 balls and you come back with 2 strikes. He's still doing the job, Chopper. Pressure's on him now.
Apologies, full count, 3-2 now on Armoy. Top of the 7th innings, no outs. Check swing. You can see Anderson's feeling it. When you look at him, it feels like he's throwing the first pitch of the match.
He is. He's a big choice for Coach Leon going forward now. Who does he pitch? The next game and the next game.
Dropper inside fights this one off to Zarmai. Of course, 5 days of action here at the Men's Club National Championships. Day 1 here as we are going through the 3 p.m. round. There'll be a 5 and a 7 p.m. round tonight. Day 2 will have 5 rounds of competition. Day 5, again, 5 rounds. Day 4, just said day 5 rounds of competition. Semi-final in the evening, match at 5 o'clock, and then the 2 big ones on Sunday morning. We see Armai pick up a walk to lead off here at the top of the 7th innings. 10 a.m. the semi-final and a 1:30 p.m. grand final here for the title of national champion. So just what the doctor ordered here for Dodgers. A lead-off batter on. Manu Oliver now. Looking to avoid the hood. Drop ball, first pitch. Double play? No. They'll go to 1 to get 1 out. They do lead by 3. But I will move over to second place on the play.
He was up on second base there. I don't think there was time for a throw there, Chopper.
Lincoln Foley in the designated run as we see it here on the Atiawa Toa FM replay. McGann electing the tag. Well aware of the threat of Foley running at second base now. Brian Woolley struck out back in the 2nd innings, was lifted to allow a pinch hit to his brother, I believe, Logan, or cousin. In the 5th innings, now he's back into the batter's box himself. He starts off with a strike. This one through the bottom of the zone. And this one will sneak through the outer edge. Just apologies, I must have got one of those calls wrong. I think it's that vocal explosion that got me again, Trev.
You got too excited, bud.
Yeah, 1 ball and 2 strikes down the count. One away here, top of the 7th innings. Leading by 3 is Hibiscus Coast. Slow roller. Anderson will have to fire it over, and he does. Foley will spread over to third base. And the Hutt Valley Dodgers down to their last out. And they will go to...
They've got that run around to 3.
Yeah, not far away, but they need 3 runs to tie it up. You continue this match, and they'll go to a pinch hitter here, Taikaha Wilson. First pitch for Wilson is dispatched into the foul territory. Dodgers, we want to get at least a run scored here to get something out of this ball game, Trev.
If I was Dodgers, I'd be wanting that at least to get that run in. 0-1 looks much better than 0, doesn't it?
This one fouls.
And he's working that ball.
Fouls back. And correct me if I'm wrong too, Trevor. The point system this week is 5 points a win, 2 points a draw, and 1 point if you lose within 2 runs. So this run is really important for Dodgers.
Yes. Ooh.
Pushing off the hands, Diaz camped underneath it, and he will make the catch. And just like that, it is Hibiscus Coast that'll run out victors here today, 3-0 on the back of a 13 strikeout performance from Oscar Anderson. Trev, your thoughts on the match?
Great game. Well pitched by Oscar. Dodgers fought. Kept HBC honest, but unsuccessfully. I think good to see HBC get that one after their struggle this morning.
Close one loss this morning. They run out victors here, 3-0. Come back to you for the Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Match. 2 runs in the bottom of the first innings on 2 home runs to HBC, Ruhi and Diaz. And then it was McGann and a clever play from Leon Smith, head coach. Pick up another run in the 4th. That was the difference. And the 13 strikeouts from Oscar Anderson's pitching. Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Match.
Got to be Oscar. His batting didn't perform, but his pitching certainly did, and that was the difference.
He sure is.
Oscar
indeed.
Anderson.
There you go. Mr. Anderson is your Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Match from game number 12 here on day 1 of competition. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. PK, Ramblers, game 16. It'll be Gary Rauhihi and Jay Fraser that'll take you through with that one. That one kicking off, I'd say, in about 10 or 15 minutes at the moment. On behalf of Trevor Smith, I've been Jason Gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper. Great to have you along for it. We'll see you next time. Mā te wā.